What's up, guys? As promised, this is going to be my elderberry syrup recipe. It's going to be a very basic elderberry syrup recipe, and I'm also going to make fire cider. If you're not familiar, both of them are really good to have for cold and flu season. Fire cider does have to sit for 4 to 6 weeks, even longer the better. And I should have been started this, but it's okay. It's back in the 80 degrees weather, and so I'm sure we'll be fine for at least 4 weeks before it's ready. So I'm going to make both of them today, but I'm going to start with the elderberry syrup. So I have my ginger as promised that I freeze dried last year. I have some cloves that I just ordered offline. They are from Frontier. I usually order from Frontier my elderberries and any other kind of herbs. They're organic. And then I have my organic elderberries. And one year I foraged elderberries because here in South Carolina, elderberries grow wild along the sides of roads, by people's houses, in people's backyards, in my friend's backyards. So I've gotten some cuttings from her. But one year we went foraging for elderberries and we got like I think 2 gallons worth or more between 2 families of elderberries. I'm not sure. I think that has all ran out and we're down to the elderberries that I ordered offline, but either way is fine. And I'll have a link to the herbs that I ordered online. And then we need cinnamon sticks. That is just a basic elderberry syrup recipe. I usually have a bunch of herbs, and so I throw in other things like star anise, and I've thrown in oregano before, as well as hibiscus and just all types of herbs. The fancier, you know, if you have it, you don't have to. If you just look in a regular elderberry syrup recipe, it's just going to have those like 4 things: the elderberries, the cinnamon, ginger, and cloves in it. And so that's what I'm going to show you today. And then with the fire cider, I have my ingredients in this bowl. What we need is a horseradish. We have some thyme. I just went and picked some rosemary. I have jalapenos that we picked out of the garden. I have the onions that I grew, and it calls for chopped onions. But I think I'm going to, instead of chopping this onion fresh, I'm going to save this and actually use the chopped onions in my freezer that are already pre-chopped, because I don't feel like messing with teary-eyed. A lemon. I'm gonna throw in a lime in there just because I had it in my refrigerator, and then some turmeric that I picked up at the store, and we're gonna add it all into here with some apple cider vinegar. We're gonna start with 2 cups of water inside of a pot. This is gonna be so easy, with a 1/2 cup of elderberries, and to that I'm going to add in a tablespoon of cloves. I'm going to add in 4 cinnamon sticks. And then last but not least, the ginger that I freeze dried last year from my garden. What we're going to do with this is let it come to a boil, and then I'm going to turn down the heat and just let it simmer for about 20 minutes or until the liquid gets to about half. So I put 2 cups in there, so until it's about 1 cup of liquid left in it, and then we're gonna have to let it cool down. And when it cools down all the way, then we can add a 1/2 cup of honey. It's really that simple, and you have your own ready elderberry syrup. While I'm waiting on that to simmer, I'm going to start chopping my vegetables to make the fire cider. Y'all should smell these elderberries in here. I love elderberry syrup. The smell of it, it smells delicious. So I have everything chopped up for my fire cider. We have the horseradish, I have my rosemary from the garden, turmeric, the lime, the lemon, the jalapenos. I didn't open the thyme yet. But I'm just going to start adding everything to this jar. Usually with fire cider, a lot of people use cayenne peppers, and I was going to use cayenne peppers, but I couldn't find any at the store, and I knew that I had the jalapenos that I picked from the garden. But compared to how much stuff I have here, I think I want to make it a little spicier, and so I think I am going to go back out to the store and get some some cayenne peppers. I don't have any cayenne pepper flakes, or I would have just did that. Another thing that this calls for is black peppercorns, and the only black peppercorns I have is in here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any of those out. But basically you just add all of your ingredients to the jar, and there's so many different recipes out there. I'm going to add in the rosemary. You can make this with oranges, which technically I could throw a mandarin in here because I do have some mandarins. I just threw this lime in there because I had it in my refrigerator. But the point of this is to get all of the nice ingredients. Yeah, I can definitely add some more things in here. And getting soaking with apple cider vinegar. Last but not least, I am going to throw some cinnamon sticks in here. I didn't have any time growing in the garden, so I'm just going to add this time. I purchased that at Whole Foods. Some cinnamon sticks, about 5. You know what I could have put in here that I left inside the garden? Oregano. I have some oregano growing, and I meant to put that in there too because oregano is really good for things like this. I'm also going to throw some ginger in here. Ginger is also spicy and really good. So we're getting it pretty full now. I think once I add the oregano and the cayenne pepper, that's gonna be pretty good. Let me add in the, what did I just say, mandarin. I just bought a big container of mandarins from Costco when I went grocery shopping. I'm just gonna cut it into 8 pieces. This is really where you can just make your own flavor. Sometimes you don't even have to put spice like the cayenne pepper. If you want to do more of a citrus one, you can. But that's how that's looking now. And like I said, I'm not going outside right now because it's dark, but I'm going to add in my oregano and get some cayenne pepper, and I need the apple cider vinegar. Okay, I have everything in here. I've added the apple cider vinegar, and now you just let it sit for 4 to 6 weeks. So excited to finally have this done. That will be ready in December. We don't really start getting like really cold, like everyday cold, until about January here. And so having this ready in December, I think last year this helped so bad when I got a really bad cough last year. Every time I would take it, it would like just burn the cough away. It's like a shot. You take only like a teaspoon a day, and it was really stopped my cough. And so I'm really excited. And I would take the elderberry syrup as an immune booster, but it didn't really help with my cough. This is what helped with my cough, and I'm really glad to have this again. The elderberry syrup, or elderberries, it smells so good. It has started to reduce in here, and I will bring you guys back when, let's see, I think we got about 5 more minutes, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm straining it and show you what it looks like and how much we get. I was just looking for my weight to weigh all of this down, and I found a bag of black peppercorns. I don't remember what I bought this for, but perfect timing. Now I can add it to my fire cider. I was looking for a weight to hold this down so that you want to keep everything covered. Okay, we're gonna strain this and see how much liquid we get. Was right. I think it's probably let mine go a little too long. That is, looks like between 3/4 cups and 1 cup, which is completely fine. So you can see this is the 1 cup line, and it's right underneath it, but it's above the 3/4 cup. And we just need this to come down to room temperature before we add in the honey. And to be honest with you, you might be wondering what I'm gonna do with the rest of the stuff. If I would have drained it and probably squished it out, I could have probably got a full cup, but I didn't want to. Because what I do personally is I go ahead and make a second batch and do the same process with the elderberry syrup. And you might be thinking, well, you could just add 4 cups of liquid in the first place and then just let it go down to 2 cups. And you're completely right. But for whatever reason, I don't know, I always feel no matter how much liquid I add, I just do a second batch of a light elderberry syrup or just elderberry juice. And I don't make it as thick, and the one that is actually elderberry syrup, that's the one that I use. And then the second one, we just sip on it as just like elderberry juice, or just add it to things. Reason being is I always feel some type of way when I have to throw away those elderberries and all of the things that I just added into there, and they just still look like they have some life in there. Am I the only one who does that with tea bags and stuff? Do a second round? Let me know down in the comments. But anyway, okay, we'll be back when this elderberry cools down. Y'all, I was not looking at the recipe when I was making this fire cider, and completely forgot the onion because I didn't chop it, because I said I was gonna use my frozen onion, so I forgot to add the onion. So now here I am adding the onion on top. This is really gonna be full now after adding that onion in there. And I'm still gonna add in that cayenne pepper when I get it. I'm gonna have a recipe in the description so you don't have to miss ingredient steps like me. Okay, last but not least, I'm adding, add some honey. I do not like to measure honey inside of a container because you never get the honey out. I just put it inside here, add my liquid, and you can shake or stir. Sometimes I do both. And this is elderberry syrup. You can put it in the refrigerator and it can store up to 2 months. Sometimes I even have mine in there longer. So I can start taking this immediately to dinner night tomorrow. And with the fire cider, again, we have to wait 4 weeks. Y'all, make y'all some elderberry syrup. It tastes delicious, especially when I don't add in like those bitter herbs. Like I said, this was a basic elderberry syrup recipe. Sometimes I get super fancy with mine since I have a bunch of herbs inside my glass room and start adding in a bunch of different herbs, and it messes with the flavor. It kind of makes it more bitter. But straight elderberry syrup with these 4 ingredients is delicious, and I can't wait to start taking it tomorrow. So like I said, everything is going to be linked. I'll probably either pin a comment and find recipes similar and add them to the description box. Make yourself some elderberry syrup and some fire cider for this cold and flu season, and let me know how it works out for you. You'll be thanking me.